Free-to-play games have made a big impact in 2017, and in this video, we want to take a look at 8 free-to-play games that you should check out. Obviously, these games are absolutely free, so there's no worry for you to drop your own money on them. The only thing you're giving up is some time to check out these games, but some of them will be very much well worth it. Let's get right into this. Dreadnought for PlayStation 4. Dreadnought has been one of those free-to-play games in development for a very long time that a lot of gamers have been looking forward to. The game was announced for PlayStation 4, and it is playable right now. So what is Dreadnought? Well, Dreadnought has you captain a large spacecraft and use projectile weapons to attack. You're able to choose between several classes of ships, each with their drawbacks and advantages in categories like speed and size. The goal of the game is to give you a realistic feel of being a commander, not a rogue bounty hunter or anything like that. The ships are gigantic in scale, and as a result, the gameplay involves a lot of strategy. Visually, it's also very impressive, so give Dreadnought a look. Fortnite Battle Royale. Fortnite is one of the best gaming stories of all of 2017. The game was originally released in July of 2017, and you had to pay to play the game, and it didn't garner much traction, but then Epic introduced a free-to-play Battle Royale mode, and that made Fortnite absolutely explode in popularity, and for good reason. It's a lot of fun. The game supports up to 100 players, and you attempt to be the last man or team standing. Obviously, the similarities to PUBG are there, but Fortnite is free-to-play. PUBG is $30, so this is one you should definitely check out. Gwent, the Witcher card game. The Witcher 3 was a masterful experience. It was one of the best RPGs ever created, but one thing that you may have missed out about the game was the fact that it had a really competent card mode included within it. It was actually so good to the point that CD Projekt Red has created its own game, Gwent, the Witcher card game. It's a card game with all of your Witcher fan service. Card games have been making a storm in the free-to-play department, especially with Hearthstone, but Hearthstone has been a game a lot of people have soured on, so now might be a good time to check out Gwent, the Witcher card game.
You have to bluff, and in some cases you may want to lose a battle in order to win the war. There are 3 types of forces in Gwent. Melee units to engage in close combat.
No mercy!
Range units that include archers and mages.
Enough!
And heavy hitter siege weapons like ballistas and catapults. Apart from unit cards, you can also play special cards.
StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 has been one of the best games available on PC for a long time, but it was pay-to-play in the past. During BlizzCon 2017, Blizzard announced that StarCraft 2 would be rebranded as a free-to-play game going forward. This unlocked the Wings of Liberty campaign, multiplayer, and other game modes for absolutely everyone. Blizzard does have a vision, as is the same with a lot of game developers, that they want to introduce microtransactions such as skins, commanders, voice packs, war chests, etc. into their games to create additional revenue, and making StarCraft 2 free-to-play will bridge them into that. Whether or not you dabble in the microtransactions is a completely different matter. What you should do is download StarCraft 2 and play it because it is a fantastic game.
The ability to improve as a player is virtually limitless. All versus play modes are completely free to access, and you can unlock placement on the competitive ladder just by playing the game. If you ever wanted to play a campaign-style mission alongside an ally, co-op commander missions are for you. Queue up solo or partner with a friend to play as one of StarCraft's iconic characters. Capitalize on the strengths of your chosen commander as you take full advantage of their...
The Elder Scrolls Legends. Speaking of card games, along with Gwent, another card game that's been making waves is the Elder Scrolls Legend, a collectible card game, and the cards are based on creatures, characters, and lore found in the Elder Scrolls series. Legends is interesting in the fact that the decks are pretty huge. They range between 50 and 70 cards. You start off with 3 cards and 1 Magicka, which is used to deploy cards, and your total Magicka can reach 12 unless you use specialized cards. The Elder Scrolls Legends is another card game that's been gaining a lot of traction. They just released another expansion, so if you're into online CCGs, Elder Scrolls Legends is another one worth checking out.
You win when your opponent is out of health. Take enough damage and one of your wounds will shatter. Each time this happens, you will immediately draw a card that could change your fortunes. Your choices, and a little luck, can tip the scales from defeat to victory. Battle anytime or anywhere, on your own or against other players. Test your might in a full campaign. in quick skirmish.
Path of Exile on Xbox One. Path of Exile hit consoles with the Xbox One version, and if you don't know what the game is, it's very similar to the Diablo games, particularly Diablo 2, which is the fan favorite of the series, so this is going to be right up your alley if you played a lot of Diablo 2. And it's also a game you can get so invested into, and you don't really need to drop money on it. Given that the Xbox One doesn't have a ton of awesome dungeon crawlers, they do have Diablo 3, but Path of Exile acts as a great free-to-play option on the Xbox One. Terra on consoles. Speaking of console free-to-play games, Terra has also hit consoles in the form of a closed beta, but you can sign up for it, and hopefully you can gain access. And Terra has been one of the long-standing MMOs on PC, and that's very impressive because creating an MMO that garners traction on PC is very difficult. A lot of MMOs come and go very quickly, but Terra has somewhat stood the test of time. And obviously, when you look at Terra, it's a very visually impressive MMO, and the gameplay in Terra is awesome. It's got a real-time battle system that's very different from a lot of other MMOs that are a little bit more slower paced. Terra is very much of a fast-paced style of game. You need to actively attack and dodge, so there's a layer of extra skill. This is the type of MMO that I feel can really cater towards a console audience, so definitely give Terra on consoles a look. And finally, Gigantic. Gigantic is a free-to-play strategic hero shooter, and the game focuses on team-based action combat with heroes battling alongside a massive guardian. You and your team need to protect their guardian and attempt to destroy the opposing team and their guardian. Very similar to a typical MOBA, Gigantic features 20 playable heroes, and as you would expect, they all have their strengths and weaknesses, all with a wide variety of different abilities. Gigantic is available on Xbox One and PC, so you can pick your platform of choice in that department. It's a pretty solid MOBA, and it's been received fairly well as well.
Let's go!
Lightning fast!
So that wraps up 8 great free-to-play titles that you must check out. These games are absolutely free, so you have no risk. The only thing you're losing out on is some time. And with some of these games like Path of Exile on Xbox One, you can invest so much time into it. So yeah, that is kind of a risk, but nonetheless, we game for a reason, and that's to spend our time playing these games, so there's that. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.